Boruto vs Himawari might be the concluding fight of two blue vortex, with the ending being symbolically similar to how Naruto Shippuden ended. With the recent reveal of Himawari's Bijuu powers, it's pretty evident that the siblings are the complete opposites in terms of innate powers. Boruto has strongly inherited the power of otsutsukis, which is what made him compatible with Momoshiki and eventually evolved him into one as well. Himawari, on the other hand, has inherited the Ten Tails power due to a unique infusion of heridaty chakra. She has mixed the chakra of Hogoromo and Hamura with the Bijuu chakra, which has apparently formed a new kind of tail beast inside her, pretty similar to how Shinusagi awakened during the battle between Kaguya, Otsutsuki and Team 7. Naruto used a Rasen Shuriken which was powered by Bijuu chakra, and once it landed on Kaguya, it reacted with her own tail beast chakra, resulting in the awakening of the rabbit beast. What's interesting is that humans are the weakest race in the universe, with Otsutsukis topping the chart, followed by the Ten Tails. Just because the Jubi were literally an animal type of species without any intellect of their own, the Otsutsukis continue to take their advantage for thousands of years. But now that they have awakened consciousness and became the Shinjus, they are already on the level of Otsutsukis, if not above them. This whole narrative of the Ten Tails and Otsutsukis might soon take us to a situation where the Shinjus will plan a revenge on the Otsutsuki clan. The only reason they did not kill Kawaki is because he holds a similar ideology as them. On top of that, he has the potential to get more powerful thanks to the karma of Ishiki Otsutsuki. But when it comes to Himawari, Jura is already surprised at her unique power, and it won't make sense for him to kill her. Just like how the Otsutsukis prevent its members from killing each other, the Shinjus might follow a similar rule, mainly because of two reasons. Firstly, they won't harm their own kith and kin, since their race has already suffered a lot of damage from the Otsutsukis. And secondly, they would crave on the mystery of Himawari's secret power and how she even inherited it. Just like Kawaki, she could also become an asset to them. The mere intensity of her Bijuu frightened the likes of Daemon, which already puts her in a different league. So she might be safe from the Shinjus, just like how Boruto is secure from the Otsutsuki clan. We have seen Toneri cheating death with his Otsutsuki privilege when Urashiki refused to kill him. The same can be seen in the flash forward, with Kawaki now wanting to steal Boruto instead of going against the rules of the clan. But I think the reason for Kawaki to preserve Boruto is greater than following the Otsutsuki code. It seems like he wants to submit Boruto to the Shinjus in order to gain the chakra fruit of earth. This is why he took back the idea of killing him and can be seen following a different plan in the future. However, this sequence might turn out to be nothing more than a decoy to the real mess. Boruto, being an Otsutsuki, might have to fight against his most precious person only because she is related to the Ten Tails. Both the races share an ages-long enmity due to the torture and abuse that Otsutsukis subjected on these creatures. This must have made them inherit a strong hatred towards the members of this clan, and it also reflects in the behavior of the Claw Grimes and the Shinjus. So what narrative relevance do the children of Naruto possess by being the embodiments of two of the most powerful races in the universe, especially when the two species are fueled by an intense hatred for each other? Well, the offsprings of the seventh have been bestowed with some really interesting fates. Himawari became the child who inherited everything from her parents, and Boruto became the unfortunate who lost everything that he obtained from his parents. This contrast in their legacies will help us to understand their eventual turnover of destiny a lot better. The burden of being the heirs of the Uzumaki lineage will continue to haunt the two siblings till they find themselves against each other. As for Boruto, he was regarded as a genius prodigy from the beginning, even before getting the Karma Seal. He was meant to surpass Naruto as a shinobi with his raw potential, but destiny had other plans for him. With the arrival of Momoshiki, he was informed that there is no way for him to inherit the power of Kurama. This prophecy turned out to be true, as Kurama died without passing down his power to Boruto. But the real curse that Momoshiki imposed on his destiny was the Karma Seal. The seal ended up overwriting the entire genetic code of Boruto, making him lose everything that he inherited from his parents. Even though the Otsutsuki genes granted him immense power, it completely reformulated his original fate, as he no longer identified as a human. We once got an artwork from Kishimoto which showed us Boruto with Kurama's chakra cloak and a dual Byakugan. I think these were the original powers that he was destined to unlock, but just because the karma came in the way, he ended up losing the genetic code and affinity for this form. And just because Boruto was no longer eligible for these powers, the only person who was also compatible to have these enhancements was none other than Himawari. She apparently inherited everything from her parents, from the dual Byakugan to the Ten Tails power. This contrast of losing everything and gaining everything is what makes their Uzumaki connection connection unique. Moreover, Jura the Shinju also knows something interesting about the destiny of Boruto, which might be revealed later. This inescapable destiny that he mentioned reminds me of Momoshiki's prophecy. Even though his plans of taking over Boruto failed miserably, we can't deny the fact that some of his prophecies like Boruto losing everything and Kurama not being able to pass down his powers actually came true. But this brings a paradoxical situation. Did the Blue Eyes prophecy actually came true? If yes, then Boruto should have given up his consciousness to Momoshiki after losing all the hope. But he himself confessed he did not see this event as losing everything. So what actually does losing everything mean for Boruto? Is it the destruction of his village that will force him to let Momoshiki take control, or something even messier? Well, there is a slight possibility that the Blue Eyes prophecy was about Himawari. She's the only person that he cares for the most. The lifeless look on his face literally changed when he saw Hima for the first time. This indicates the bond that he shares with his sister is very vital to his mental well-being. Momoshiki's prophecy could be a double or triple entendre, meaning it might be referring to multiple events. All of these events could be connected to some blue eyes, symbolically as well as practically. The first instance of the Blue Eyes prophecy that we saw in Boruto's fate was the heridaty connection that he shares with Naruto. It granted him the blue-colored eyes that were more intensified than the eyes of his father. This genetic inheritance is what made Kawaki jealous of him at first place. He wanted to replace him as the son of Hokage, a privilege that had become his biggest dream ever since he met Naruto. And to fulfill this wish of Kawaki, the second Blue Eyes made its appearance. This time it was Aida who possessed the power of omnipotence. She used her divine magic to make Boruto and Kawaki switch places, which literally took away most of the privileges that Boruto had. Another symbolism of the Blue Eyes also has ties to Naruto. Sarada once told Boruto that his eyes are even bluer than his father. This was a metaphorical reference to the role of Boruto being even greater than Naruto. Not only did he surpass his father, but he even took a path which bestowed him with a fate mightier than his forefathers. So now that we know the prophecy of Momoshiki gets realized in multiple ways, it's not out of question for Himawari to be the ultimate interpretation of those blue eyes. And by looking at the inescapable prophecy that Jura has foreseen, it seems like an unexpected twist is on its way for the Uzumaki siblings. The anime showed us the caring nature of Himawari and how she bonded with Shukaku, who's also a Bijuu. It seems like she has inherited the empathetic nature of Naruto when it comes to connecting with others. Therefore, she must be able to understand her opponents and take a Naruto type of approach while dealing with things. Completely contrasting Boruto, who shows no mercy to his opponents and has developed his identity under the shadow of Sasuke. So what if Himawari bonding with Shukaku was foreshadowing her alliance with the Shinjus? The Ten Tails power that she has inherited would let her cooperate and understand the true feelings of Jura and the others. This means she could communicate with these living god trees in order to understand their goals and motives. However, instead of making them turn a new leaf, things could take a really unexpected turn for Himawari. What if after realizing how much the Otsutsukis have harmed the Ten Tails over centuries, she would develop the feelings of hatred and bitterness towards the Otsutsukis? Considering her tenderness that she has inherited from Naruto, I won't be surprised if she tries to redeem the Shinjus. But if she ends up on their side, things could take a really bad turn for Boruto, as he might have to go against his own sister at some point. This would water down the story to an Otsutsuki versus Ten Tails type of narrative, with the Uzumaki siblings leading these tribes for different reasons. Himawari would be destined by genes to support the Ten Tails, while Boruto would be forced to fight for his new clan. So can this possible conflict of the Uzumaki siblings take us to a Naruto versus Sasuke type of finale battle towards the end of the story? Well, there are some reasons which suggest the same. Starting off with the title of the series revolving around the children of Naruto and how they are trapped in a vortex type of condition. Vortex could be synonymous to Uzumakis here, meaning that it's about the journey and chronicles of the two blue Uzumakis. Secondly, the fandom assumed Himawari will hate Boruto after knowing the fate of her parents, but surprisingly she wants to help him cause her gut is telling her to do so. But as we know, a vortex symbolically transforms and changes the situation beforehand. Chances are the current bond of the Uzumaki siblings will undergo the most notorious development. Finally, Kishimoto wants to make his female characters great, and by giving Himawari a role as vital as Sasuke from Shippuden, it will definitely break his decades-old curse of failing female characters. But there's one way to end this Otsutsuki vs Ten Tails conflict, which has also been foreshadowed in the story. I'm talking about the Shinobi system, the same regime which seems to have went extinct in the prologue scene, but it could miraculously be the medium of making peace between the Otsutsuki and the Ten Tails race. You can find out more about this possibility in the right video. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stuff. I will see you next time.